All right, 5 red lights. And off we go for race 2 of season 7 of Spa. I'm not going to make the same mistake I did last time. I'm going to go to the middle of the pack, and we're going to watch from the middle of the pack's point of view to see if anything happened to the first turn, which it does. We're going to see a bit of contact for the last couple of cars. I think it was the Mercedes trying to fight his way through the pack. I saw a Racing Bulls car start to fall to the back of the grid, or start to fall up to make his way up the grid a little bit. I'm saying fall to the back of the grid. That's not what I meant to say at all. Oh, look at this racing back here with the McLaren, Nathan, Unknown, and Dwint. They were starting to go or they looked like they were going to go 3 wide. They didn't. There's going to be a huge bump from behind, and the McLaren's going to go off track. I think he's going to get a huge penalty for that. Is he? Yeah, he is. They're going to give him a 3-second penalty. We're going to remove that after the race because that definitely wasn't his fault. But the McLaren's going to end up in the wall. How did he spin? It looked like someone bumped into it. What is happening up here? There's a Mercedes going around. It's silver. And we've already got a VSC to start off the first race, and there's still carnage happening. There was a Red Bull off the track. Clay is definitely looking to. He looks like he has to make a move at some point. I think we just saw Aiden get a warning. It didn't pop up on the screen, but I think Aiden's going to make a move on the inside of Chris. He is. They aren't going to touch. He's going to try to keep it clean, and that's going to open the door for Clay. Is Clay going to make a move and go around the outside and get that position from Aiden? He's not. He's going to back off. But this is going to be a nice battle for a little while. But Clay is using a lot of ERS.
Ooh, unknown. Oh, and a crash with that. What did it kick Sauber behind?
I completely missed it. It was the Red Bull, or not the Racing Bull of Unknown involved in that collision. As I'm seeing people make moves up in the top of the pack, I don't know who it was just yet. Brodo just got a 3-second time penalty. What is happening up front? Another Racing Bull. DuPont just went around. DuPont was just sideways. There is so much contact happening in the opening stages of this race. This race has been more contact heavy than Monaco so far. Because a lot of the issues with Monaco, Unknown just retired, and that'll bring out a safety car. What the heck is going on in this race? The rain might come closer than lap 9, truth be told. We might be looking at like lap 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
The clouds are really starting to darken up. This is about how they looked in qualifying, and I feel like the rain came immediately. Like the drivers left the pits and it was already starting to drizzle.
Yeah, like halfway through Brad's out lap, there was rain starting to come down.
And even during his actual lap, he couldn't even get enough grip to keep himself on the track.
Looks like Brad has gone very early.
Brad has gone very early. He's going to lead the grid off on the restart. I haven't seen any moves happening yet. It looks like every driver is just going to fall in line. I think Chris is going to try to make a move on the inside of Brian. He's going to make the move stick. Is anyone else going to go for any crazy dives? There's a Mercedes off the track. I think it's was that a Mercedes or an Alpine? I think it's the Alpine.
It was Dr. Bod.
Dr. Bod went off the track. He recovered very quickly. I was trying to find him in the cab, and I couldn't even get up to him as Ash is losing another position to his teammate and may have just let him through. Keep in mind, his teammate does have a penalty. I'm not sure what he got the penalty for. The Red Bull is trying to catch up to the Mercedes, a familiar rivalry that we've seen in real life before. How are these two going to play it out in the game? Is Alpha's going to go a bit wide and give the inside to DuPont, and DuPont already making short work of the driver surrounding him. He's going to be trapped behind a Mercedes and another Red Bull. So the Red Bull is putting DuPont and Dr. Bod in a bit of a sandwich, but can either of them pull away to keep them behind them?
Ooh,
what the heck just happened? That was Dr. Bod?
Yeah.
Dr. Bod flying off the track. That was hysterical. I don't know that I've seen someone do that in this league before.
I don't think he's got wind down.
Oh my goodness, did you see that? Aiden's just went straight on into the wall on his own. I don't think anyone touched him. I think that was by his own merit. And there's more contact happening. DuPont and Dwint are touching, and they're going to keep touching. What is going on between these two? I think they're going to open the door and let the Mercedes through. The Mercedes is more than likely going to make a dive on them. Is he going to be able to? I think he's just going to back off. Dr. Bod is going to back off. Is he going to follow through in this turn? He's trying to make the move. He's not going to be able to get it to go through. Dwint holding on, defending well. Oh my goodness! What? He's gonna make another dive. He's gonna try to dive bomb up the inside of this first turn. Not a dive bomb, but he's gonna try to make it up the inside. I don't think he's gonna get it to stick. He is, believe it or not, and DuPont is going to have to fall in line behind him. How are they going to make it through Eros clearly? Am I even saying that right? I don't think I'm saying that right. I don't know how to pronounce it entirely. Oh, Rouge? You were just letting me say you Rose this whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, look at them going 3 wide down the straight. Dr. Bod is going to take 2 positions, and I think did they just reset to the position they were previously in? Is they're going to keep touching? And Dr. Bod's going to go wide. Dr. Bod's going to go wide. He's going to mess up his teammate. His teammate's going to have to pull through. The other Mercedes is going to have to pull through now. What a battle between DuPont, Dwint, and Dr. Bod. I mean, what the heck? That was lovely stuff, and I think Nathan is going to be the next one to be under attack. He's also under pressure from the guy who just got knocked out of that battle, Dr. Bod. What's happened up front? I wasn't paying attention.
Chris and Brodo are having a real old scrap.
Oh, Chris and Brodo. These two have been rivals since like season 3. As Brodo just picked up a 6-second penalty. I think he has 6-second penalties. He does. Oh, I know he's furious about that right now. Of course, when I look at these two, they're suddenly, all of a sudden, all they're fighting, they've thrown up a white flag. Going back through the back half of the grid, look at the McLaren almost making a huge mistake. The 2 Red Bulls are racing, going side by side and making contact. They're going to try to go up the inside. Is he? No. Oh, he's just going to go to the pits. Then what was the point of that? He dove up his inside, made contact with them, and then just went into the pits. Are we going to see 3 wide between? Whoa! What just happened to Chris? Oh, Chris is also in the pits. Okay, I think.
Also pitching.
They're not making. Look at. Are you seeing this between Nathan, Dr. I think it's Nathan, Dr. Bod.
The rain's coming. I've seen raindrops.
You've seen raindrops, and people are pitting now. They're pitting now for the mediums, and the rain is coming now. Oh my goodness! Look at how this race is shaping up. I know they are, but look at the Mercedes. Dr. Bod once again making a double overtake on the straight, and the Mercedes, or not the Mercedes, the McLaren is just going to have to let it happen. Finally, dude, the action in this race has just been incredible. This has been a lovely... Once we finally got past the stage of everyone dying and killing each other, we finally got to some incredible racing. I'd also like to mention...
I think I've seen Dr. Bod in nearly every position. I've seen him like at the top and now back at the bottom, and he's back in the middle again. It's like, wow.
DuPont just made an overtake on Brodo, and I'm starting to see some of the drivers' tires slip in the wet weather. Do you think anyone is going to stay out? I feel like they should all pit for the inters. Well, maybe they could give it one more lap. What do you... The track doesn't look like it's being affected too much. The top 3 is starting to catch up. I'm seeing drivers slip a little bit. Do these 3 pit at all, or are they going to stay out? Oh, Brian's going to go ahead and make the pit now, but Brett and Brodo are going to stay out just one more lap. How is that going to affect them in the long run? There's someone has just spun. Oh, Brodo just spun too. Brodo's sideways in the middle of turn 1. Brodo is sideways in the middle of turn 1, and the Red Bull, the RB crash up car, is going to try to make a move on his outside. He's going to get it through. He did. It looked for a second there. It looked like they were battling each other still. But there's quite a few drivers in the pit. I know Chris has got to be upset. He literally just made the pit stop that we're looking at now for the mediums, and now he's going right back up to the inners. Look at Brodo flying past DuPont on the straight. These two are just trying to slingshot each other. I guess that's what they're doing. I imagine they're trying to slingshot each other to get some grip, but look at Brodo making a mistake again. He is struggling. He should have pit for the inters. He really should have, because now he's starting to struggle, and the track is not working in his favor.
This is a masterclass by Brian, though. He's ages in front of the next inters person, and he's already getting past a bunch of soft runners.
I can see him. Look at he is flying through the grid. I don't think DuPont and Brodo, unless Brodo makes another mistake, which I don't know how he spun and held on to that second place position. He is very fortunate. I don't know what traction control he's racing on. Is he racing on medium or no track? I think it might be no traction control.
No traction control.
Yeah, because he seems to have a lot of grip issues, as DRS has finally been disabled, and if that doesn't say it's time to pit, I don't know what does. Brodo obviously not making any crazy moves. Brad's going to go ahead and pit, obviously. Brodo and DuPont. Is DuPont going to try to overtake him in the pits? No, he's not. He's going to hold off. I think I've seen Brodo do it before. DuPont almost got a penalty just now.
Ford's in the pits.
Clayton's in the pits. And Brian is going
to get the lead.
Brian's going to get a very easy lead, and he's just going to cruise away with that position. I just realized DeWitt made a pit stop as well, and now he's not heading to the pits on the mediums? What is this guy doing? He's not pitting on the mediums. He's running 2-lap old mediums while the entire rest of the grid is on inters.
What a mad lad. Mad lad.
And I can respect it. I just don't understand why. Look at the overtake. He's about to use... How do you pronounce it again?
Eau Rouge.
Eau Rouge. I don't know why I want to call it something different. Eau Rouge. He's going to get passed on the straight. Or does he? Look at him.
It's more in the corners where you'll struggle in the dry guys.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, look at him. Look at him. Oh yeah. My goodness. There's no way to... Oh, look at them 3 wide. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. They're going to go 3 wide and DeWitt is going to almost spin off the track. These mediums are not helping him. I think the hash just gave him the position back. That's what it looked like anyway. But there's no way this works out well for him. There's a VSC. I didn't even realize there was a VSC.
Same.
And now that everyone's catching up, now DeWitt is really in trouble because they're all going to catch up to him, and he's going to be on the mediums. I don't know why he didn't pit. I'm going to take a guess and say it was a mental error. It had to have been a mental error. Like he meant to pit and just forgot or something, because I've done that before.
Well, this virtual safety car is going to be good for him, so his pit stop will take less time. It will, well, not take less time. It will not be as detrimental to his grid position. I
don't know that it's going to last long enough for him to get to the pit lane. Yeah, it's not. It's already over.
Yeah. It's already over, so
it's
maybe
already
not.
Over. And
maybe not.
He's gonna lose all these positions. Now he's basically like he's just a traffic cone. Truth be told, a traffic cone in the middle of the track, because every turn he goes further off the track. And, oh, don't come back. I thought he was going to come back and take out his teammate. He is going to block his teammate's path because he's going to need to get to the pits. And look at him. Oh, my goodness. Is he finally going? Okay, thank goodness. If he would have stayed out again. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness. Imagine if he stayed out.
Person in the pits? Ash had to pit as well.
Was he not on the inters?
I swear he was on the inters. He must have had, like... Let me check if he had a front wing damage.
You go ahead and do that. I'm going to see if there's any battles happening. I don't think there is at the moment.
No, he just went from inters to inters for some reason.
Why did he pit for... It didn't look like he had damage on his car. I'm not entirely sure. Chris is starting to catch up to Clayton, by the way.
He didn't fix any front wing, so...
On either pit stop?
Oh, I see there's still damage on his wing, though.
Is there damage on his wing? Oh.
Yes, it's his right end plate.
I see it too. Well, when it shows the front of the car, I see it too now. So he must have meant to fix it and just forgot. So I think, honestly, I think that's his race on the bend, because they're not going to see any wet weather. Or any wet weather. We're seeing plenty of wet weather. We're not going to see any dry weather.
Well, unless we get some spinners, he'll be able to get some positions from that, but other than that, can be quite hard. Consistency.
That was one of the weirdest overtakes I have ever seen. Look at Clay. What is happening? What is Clay doing? Clay just spun. I have no idea what just happened. That was a very strange collision. What was he? Okay, so Chris, it wasn't on Chris. Chris made a clean overtake. It just happened so strangely. It looked like someone grabbed the front of Chris's car and dragged him, click and dragged him in front of Clay, and then just smacked Clay's car sideways. That was so weird. I'm really trying to keep an eye on Chris and Nathan up ahead, because I think he's going to try to make a move on the outside of me. They're going to touch. What the heck kind of move was that? They're knocking each other off the track. Chris is going to have to cut the corner. He's still bumping him off the track. What are these two doing? That's going to open the door for Alpha, and Alpha's going to promote himself in the 6th. There is no way this race goes by and we don't see any reports, especially because of what just happened. Alpha's making a dive on the inside. Not Alpha. Nathan's going to make a dive up the inside and bump Chris out of the way. Clearly a little peeved by the move that Chris just made. Goodness gracious, this I was literally just saying I'm gonna keep an eye on Chris because I know he likes to make aggressive moves, and right as we're saying that, we see 2 aggressive moves back to back, one of them having a bit more spite in it than the other, and this dude Chris is hungry for that position. Oh my goodness, it's like a magnet. There's 2 magnets attracting these 2 cars together, and they cannot stop fighting. As I think Silver is going to try to enter the mix as well, because these 2 keep making mistakes. This is honestly the best Silver has looked so far this season. I get it, it's only one race. Look at these 2 going side by side. Chris is going to bump Nathan off the track and get a penalty for it. I don't know if Nathan got a penalty for it as well. I don't think he did. But now Nathan's going to be under pressure from Silver behind. And the Williams behind are going to catch him. Look at Nathan and Silver are going to get into each other. Nathan and Silver are going to get into each other.
As well.
The Alpine as well. Where's the Alpine? I can't even see the Alpine. There's so much happening. Oh my goodness. Chaos on the last couple of laps. And all of them have penalties. Every single one of them have a penalty. And Silver's still trying to make dives up the inside. Are you seeing this, man? This is ridiculous.
Yes. Ooh,
Silver. Dude, this is insane. This is pure insanity on the last 3 laps of the Spa Grand Prix, and this is only the 2nd race of this season. Goodness gracious. This is amazing. I love this. Silver is going to make another move on the outside of Dwint, and he's going to get it done. And I think hopefully that's going to be the end of this battle for a little while. I see Brodo has really caught up to Brett now.
That battle.
He must have
behind him as well.
It's DuPont, Brodo, and Brett all fighting for 2nd place. Brian has this race in the bag. He's up ahead by 8 seconds. But on the last couple of laps of the race, Brodo and DuPont are going to be neck and neck. I'm not sure if Brett is pretty good at defending, but he's also really aggressive when it comes to overtaking. So if either of them overtake him, they're going to be in some danger because he's not afraid to make a dangerous dive up the inside. I don't think we're going to see any moves here. Who's going to get the best exit out of this turn? I think it may have been Brett. Brodo did get a decent exit as he gets on the power, but he's not going to make any dives. What's going to happen on the straight? Are they going to go for any crazy overtakes? But look at this. You will never, maybe give it 20 years, maybe, but you will never see an Aston Martin, a Haas, and a Visa Cash App car in first through third. Look at this. Brodo's going to run off the track a little bit. Did he bump? Who bumped him? Was it DuPont? Oh, look at DuPont. DuPont's going to skyrocket into 2nd place on the final lap of the race. Is going to be DuPont, Brodo, or DuPont, Brett, and Brodo all battling for 2nd place. This is a 3-way race for 2nd place as the inside almost opened up on the Haas. Brodo just trying to find a way through. Brett isn't defending super well. He's going to let Brodo through. Brodo's going to get around him, and DuPont still holding on to 2nd place. Is DuPont going to pull away, and is it just going to be stuck between Brodo and Brett? I'm not sure, but goodness gracious. All 3 of these drivers, by the way, missed the first race, and they come back, and they're battling for 2nd place. What in the world?
Well, it looked like Brett and Brodo got a little bit squirmish during Eau Rouge, and that just made them lose so much momentum that DuPont could just go right through.
But DuPont isn't out of the dangerous neck of the woods either, because Brodo is caught right back up to him, and he still has an overtaking opportunity if he can make this dive on the bus stop chicane. Are we going to see it? I'm not sure. Brodo doesn't have a ton of ERS. Ash just picked up a penalty. What an unfortunate race for Ash. He's still in 8th place, which isn't bad. Does Brodo go for a crazy dive, or does he hold back? I think he just holds back for now. And I'm not so sure he's going to have the opportunity to make this move on DuPont. I don't think he is, and this is just how the race is going to end. DuPont is going to steal 2nd place from Brodo. Brian's going to win it. Brodo's going to get 3rd. No, he's not. Because of his penalty, he's going to drop to fourth. So after all that, Bright still gets third. Dr. Bod's in sixth. Are there any more battles happening? Dwint and Silver are going at it right now. How are they going to finish the ending of the race? For now, I'm going to pull up the penalties and see what we're looking at. Silver's a 13-second penalty.
Mm-hmm.
So this battle doesn't even really matter, truth be told. I think he just needs to get around Silver.
And Dwint goes up the inside.
He does go up the inside. He's going to try to hold it around the outside. He's going to go wide. So if Silver didn't have that... Oh, it doesn't matter. I think... Oh, my gosh. Side... Look at this. They just... I mean... Oh, my God. Oh, dude.
Poor Nathan. He's had a really horrible race with the accidents he's been in. But round of applause to Brian.
Colin has no front wing at all. His entire front wing is gone. Dude,
I'm
it looks like
sorry for Nathan, and this guy has no front wing.
It looks like Colin's car just has a nose, like it's just sniffing the track. It's like a lost dog running around the bus stop chicane.
Well, I know, round of applause to Brian. That was a phenomenal race from him.
Yeah, good race.
Good race from Brian. Horrible from Colin.
Oh, look at Clay. What is Clay doing?
Oh, Clay, no.
Dude, why is he on softs?
Oh, that's why. He's having fun again.
This is so ridiculous. Oh my goodness, what a joke of a race. No, this wasn't a joke. This was actually a very, Monaco was a joke of a race. This was a fantastic session. This was one of the best races in the history of this league.
Tearful wasn't racing.
Oh yeah, where was Tearful?
Where's he?
What is Clay doing? Oh, he's finishing the race backwards. Oh my goodness. It took Clay so long to finish that Brian's AI just lapped him. So
legendary from Clay.
I can't even. I'm still stuck on Alpha. Wow. The guy that stayed out on the mediums when it was clearly raining still got 10th place.
Oh,
This was a ridiculous race.